Let's see how the stock market has been going lately.
So, if you haven't been living under a rock for the last couple of weeks or even month, you should realize that there have been some kind of struggle in the world economy, so to say. The stock market has dropped down extremely fast, faster than I have ever seen before or ever could realize actually. The last month in March, the stock market actually dropped over 10,000 points, which is an absurd amount of points in that little time that it actually went down. And the thing is here, we have an opportunity right in front of us that we can make use of if we want to. The question here is though, should we wait out the volatility so the market goes a little bit stable again, or should we just buy in now when the market is going crazy? So because of this virus thing that's going on, the market itself is going up and down a lot. So how can we tackle this and how can we make this opportunity be in our favor? And yes, I said an opportunity because I actually see this as an opportunity. I'm a little bit greedy now because the market is going down so much, so I want to invest for the future to come, so there's no reason for us whatsoever, or at least me, to not invest right now. But even though there's opportunities for each and every one of us, is it the best move to start now if you're new to this market? I mean, you're new, right? Should I be able to go into this market or should I wait? Well, I can say to you, there's no reason whatsoever why you wouldn't go into this market and buy stocks if you want to buy them. Just remember, if you will learn anything whatsoever in this video and feel like it's helpful, don't forget to smash the subscribe button and the notification bell down below. So in order for us to understand how the market works, we need in some way or another understand how the people trading it reacts when the market is going up and down. The thing is here, most of the people right now are fearful. They are fearful for their savings and that the company they have invested in will go bankrupt during this crisis, and I totally understand if they feel that way. I mean, factories in China and America and a lot of other countries has been shut down at the moment or are in some kind of break. Even India is in full quarantine at the moment. That's 1.3 billion people living in India? That's almost the same amount as in China. And 4 times more even than they are in America, and that's a lot of people. So that means that products isn't getting created at the same rate it used to be. People aren't buying these products because they are in quarantine, so they can't get out and buy things. So the train isn't going forward as it used to be. It doesn't go forward at all for most companies. They still have the same expense, such as loan, as employees, as insurances, the ground they are standing on to just hire it there. You know, all those stuffs, but they don't have the same income anymore. Maybe it's half or even none, what I know. Let's say for an example, I have a house. I need to buy food, I have insurances, I have a car, I need to get clothes, I need to get everything cleaned, and you know, all these things that need to be paid. If everything is still the same, but I only get half my salary, well, if you imagine yourself being in that chair, that's what all other companies out there right now have to go through. And that's why they have a hard time going through this. Just think for yourself. Like, let's say this crisis go on for like 7 months, because we actually don't know how long this will take. Would you have enough money if your salary was cut in half or even non-existent? It would be fun to hear down in the comments below how long you think you can survive during this crisis if that were to happen. So let's go into business, shall we? Yes. So there's 2 kind of people in the market. To identify the first one, that's a fearful one. He blames everything on other people, he's scared and has a high probability to sell the stocks during this crash because he's afraid of losing his money, which he will do if you sell his stocks. The second one we need to identify is the greedy one. He's the one that sees opportunities and can make money from day trading or even investing. He sees potential and act to get result. I want to identify myself as person number 2. Warren Buffett once said, be greedy when others are fearful and fearful when others are greedy. And I'm sure you heard that before if you have been in this space for, I don't know, just one day. So right now people in this market are fearful, and what I'm gonna do is to be greedy. Maybe I'm not gonna be this greedy, but at least I will put a little bit of salt of greediness on my trading or investing at this moment. So I think you understand my point that the companies are gonna go through a real struggle, and some companies not gonna go through this alive. And how I will tackle this stock market, I will tackle it the best way I can which is investing. Right now there's a Black Friday sale on like every stock. So what I will do during this downtrend is to invest in big and safe companies, because I know they have a high probability of actually surviving this market crash or bear market, if it's gonna be a bear market. Small cap companies have a really high chance of going bankrupt, and that's why I'm not investing in them, because the risk is too great. But I don't see any risk whatsoever if I would invest in Coca-Cola, in Amazon, in Apple, you know, the big companies that have a lot of capital and have been here for a very, very long time. The bigger the company, the safer the bet. And it's not like I'm gonna invest in them and sell them 1 year on the road ahead. I'm gonna invest in them for the hopes that in the long-term future I will see a big result. Also, what I could invest in if I want is the stocks that are connected with the government. It's not stocks, so to say, but companies, and some companies have stocks that are connected with the government. And why that's also a safe bet? Well, I can explain it like this. The government have a connection with the company. That means the government like the company some way or another. So if the were to hit the fan, the government's gonna be there for the company and help them through this crisis. So let's say you invest $1,000 in a small company, let's say a plumber firm in your town. The chance of them actually staying alive during this crisis is extremely small, which means you won't get any of your $1,000 investment back whatsoever. Instead, if you buy a big company like Cola or Amazon, whatever, if they go down, let's say 40% more, then it doesn't matter for you, because then you know it's not just a good deal, it's an amazing deal. If I buy Cola at, I don't know, $10 a piece and it goes down to $5 and I thought it was a great deal at $10, why wouldn't I think that it was an amazing deal at $5? And for real, 5 years from now or even 10 years from now, just to be safe, all the companies then that's still gonna be alive is gonna be worth much more than they were today. And there you go, you just made yourself a huge gain, a good investment and a good future. Don't get me wrong, I still will invest in small cap companies, but the thing is I will invest in them when the time is right. Right now you can see a steady decline in the market going down. When I will see the trend reversal and the market is going up, then I will buy the companies, because then all the weak companies have died out because of a bankruptcy and the stronger one have survived. And for people that don't know me, I have been in this space for around 5 years now. I started my career, so to say, in Bitcoin. And as every trader at the start, when I actually went with Bitcoin, I lost a lot of money, because all the traders do that all the time, because we have no clue what to do when we actually start to trade cryptocurrencies or stocks or gold or whatever it may be. And what I did was that I did something that most people don't do, and that was that I didn't give up. I got my knowledge and I kept going and I kept going until I actually had some understanding in the world of trading. I got better at it, but I actually realized that I don't need just knowledge in the market. I actually need as much knowledge in myself and how I can handle my feeling, my greediness, my fearfulness, my happiness, my anger, all these kinds of things. You can't control the market, you can only control you. And that's why you have to work with your feelings, because that's the only thing you actually can control. What I was learning during these years is that 1 year, is gonna be a year of knowledge. You have to learn, you have to lose money, you have to gain knowledge about the market and know how to trade. Another year, that's gonna be decent, year number 2. Then you're gonna control your feelings better, you're gonna have a better understanding of the market, but you're not gonna be perfect in any shape and form. So I would say it takes around 2 years before you can actually say that you can trade a market. And that means we can't wait 2 years, because the crash are here and now.
Now I get it. Now the pieces are falling into place.
It can happen that it can be a bear market and downtrend is gonna go on for 3 years, but it can also happen that in 6 months we're gonna get a reversal, and then you don't have time trying to figure out how to trade. That's why if you're a beginner, it's better to just invest and get a good portfolio for the future to come. And if you actually think that's a good idea, I would also give you another tip, and that's the same as I do. Invest in the big companies, because if you haven't tried to understand your feelings and yourself when it comes to money, then there's a big chance that you will sell your stock if you're unsure about the company. So I recommend to invest in a big and a safe company if you are a beginner, that's so big and safe that you don't have to open your portfolio for 1 year whatsoever. You can skip the stock market whatsoever, forget about what the stock markets are, because you know they're gonna be alive at the end of the day. Because as soon as you're gonna be a little bit unsure when they have went down 20%, you being there pressing that sell button because you think the company is gonna go bankrupt is gonna ruin it all. And that's just what I think. I mean, do whatever you want. If you want to trade, I'm not here to stop you, not at all. I'm just here telling you what I would do if I were a beginner right now. The market is gonna go down one way or another, and it's gonna go up one way or another. So pick a safe company, be confident in yourself, believe in yourself, and your investment will be frugal and you will have done a great trade. So to sum this all up, people are more fearful now than they were before. They fear that the stock market is going down faster than you can say subscribe to this channel. There are also greedy persons in this market right now. They see this as a Black Friday and they buy stocks extremely cheap because they invest for the long term. What I'm gonna do is to invest in companies that have been around here for a very long time. And if I were new to this market, I would say to myself, I have more regrets of things I haven't done than I have done, so do it if you want to try it. So is this a good day for you to actually start and build your own portfolio?
Yes, it is.
It's one of the best days you can do it. I don't care if the market is going up 5% tomorrow or down 5%. It could even go up 15% or down 15%. At the long term, if you buy now and hodl or hold for a long time, you're gonna make a profit. I'm gonna do it. A lot of other people are gonna do it. At the crashes like this, millionaires are gonna be created. People are gonna become rich. And if you want to be a piece of that cake, well, the best thing you could do is to take actions, buy stocks that are safe, hold them, and make a great way for your future to come. End of the video! If you like this content,
Remember to press that like button.